is up, everybody? Welcome to Geeks Around. I am your executive producer, DeAno Jackson. We are, of course, here for our Walking Dead finale discussion, season 5 finale, Conquer. This was a good episode, but I had a few issues. We'll get to those later. We have a large panel today, so let's go ahead and get through introductions. Starting off first and foremost with our editor-in-chief, Matt Moore. Matt, what did you think of this episode, man?
I thought it was a great episode. There wasn't a whole lot of action, but you know what? I was okay with that. I expected there to be action, and there wasn't, but it was still good.
It had a little bit of action. It did its thing. Our senior community manager, Knuckles Goldberg, what did you think of this one?
Yeah, I would say that there was a lot of action, and I really enjoyed it.
All right. How about you, Charles? What did you think of this one?
Oh, I loved it. Thought it was a great episode. Yeah, I mean, I have a few theories, and I'll get to that as we progress through the episode.
Assuming you don't forget about them. Isaiah,
that's true. Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Forgive and forget. That's what the episode was.
What did you think of this?
I already said it. It's forgive and forget. That's it. That's all they did. That's all they did. Forgive and forget. Fuck it.
All right. Leroy, how about you, man?
I thought this episode was fucking awesome.
Okay. Sure, sweet to the point. Last and most certainly not least, Reggie, what you think?
Another meh for me. I don't like this trend of how the show's going. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll pick up next season for me. But yeah, didn't hate it, but didn't love it.
All right, now I was like, I'm just going to throw this out first and foremost because in our back channel, everyone's been giving me shit all day because I was like, I didn't really like this episode. I did like the episode. I didn't like it as a season finale. That's kind of my beginning and end on that. I thought it was a fantastic episode. I loved the episode. Although there's a few things that kind of confused me. Is like, I'm just going to put this out there, dude. If I was Glenn, I would have killed Andrew so hard that people that looked like him would have dropped dead.
Thank you. You should have killed that motherfucker right there. Like, kill him. He killed Noah. He tried to kill you. Kill that bitch. Oh, really?
Actually, I got a thought about that. You know, everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, Glenn should have totally killed him." Lower third got messed up there. He should totally have killed him, but actually no, because you know whatever the big theme was that these people are bad. They're you know, we shouldn't let them in. They're crazy people, and the fact of Glenn keeping this a-hole alive after everything he's done just goes to show that hey, you know, this group, well, at least Glenn anyway, isn't so bad. So for the greater good and the long-term planning, it's smart to keep them alive because then they can go, hey, look, this guy's fucked up. We're not fucked up. Let's
Nobody tries to kill me and gets to live.
Exactly.
That ain't happening.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm not saying I
You try to kill me, you die.
Exactly, you die.
Well, the way that I see it is that if Glenn had killed that guy, it would have made the situation worse for Rick and the rest of the group, and they probably would have all been kicked out.
Bullshit. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No.
Like it's like, okay, yes, I killed him. He shot me right here.
Right. He was gonna be eaten by walkers too. He killed Noah. What? Fuck that. No.
Yeah. The fact that I let him live as long as I did, y'all should be thanking me.
Exactly.
That's why I honestly should have killed him after what happened to Noah. I didn't because I'm trying to be all nice and shit. Exactly. The nice and shit ends when you try to kill me. Exactly. For a second fucking time.
Exactly. And also, let's put more perspective in this. Eugene, he lied and all that nonsense, but I forgave him when he said he was sorry. That was cool. This motherfucker never said he was sorry. So fuck him. They should have killed him right there. Like kill him.
Because he's not sorry.
I was scared.
He's absolutely not sorry.
I'm inclined to agree with Reggie on this. I mean, I think it was smart keeping him alive.
No, it's not. He's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in danger down the road. Like,
quiet you.
You know it's true. That's how human nature is. There's gonna be trouble down the road.
Yeah, and he can totally kill him when that time comes. But we're not. You know, we're super close.
That's lazy.
We're not at that point yet.
That's lazy.
Right? Just killing him right now probably wouldn't have been the best possible time.
Really?
Keeping him alive right now is probably the best thing he can do.
Oh my
if you were
God,
to kill
are you
him
serious?
right now.
Are you serious? This dude tried to kill me twice, and it was dead at night too. Like, who's gonna get? Who's gonna find him?
It says tensions are already high in Alexandria. Killing him right now would make the situation worse.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I gotta agree.
It's just like I
I
said.
gotta agree.
It's just like I said,
That motherfucker tried to kill me twice. The best thing Glenn could have done is walked in with that motherfucker with a gun to the back of his head and gone, look, this motherfucker tried to kill me twice, and he's still alive. Like, seriously, we're not here to hurt you.
But see, the thing is they're both gonna walk in all bloody or whatever, and the people that really want
a bullet hole in them.
Yeah, but the people that really want the people that really want the group out can say, oh well, he staged it. Yeah, he shot.
Staged it?
Yeah.
Oh dear Jesus!
It's not that hard.
It's
not that hard to shoot.
They won't believe that he staged it. They won't believe that he staged it. The one thing DeAno was good at was reading people, and she would have saw that Nicholas instigated that whole situation.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the other people that.
The other people are stupid. Like Carol said, you tell them a story. They're like little kids. You tell them a story, and they'll be happy.
And they'll believe anything too. They'll believe anything.
If Glenn had staged it, he would have burn marks around the bullet hole. If he didn't, he would not have burn marks around the bullet hole.
Like anybody in that town is really gonna know. Is really gonna know all of that.
Who's gonna fight with Rick though? Who's gonna fight with Rick?
TV.
No one's gonna fight with Rick. I'm sorry. Rick is like no one's gonna fuck with Glenn. No, who's gonna fuck with Glenn? Got fuck with me. It's like okay, we're done. Because come on now, it's Rick for God's sake. Who wants to fuck with Rick? Nobody. Not even Pete, who can go fuck himself.
But Pete did fuck with Rick, and he handled Rick pretty well. He defended himself, as you can see.
Yeah, but come on now. This dude walked all the way to get Michonne's sword, which he knew, like, I'm going to find her sword. How the hell do you know where she lives? That's a good question. I'm going to stab someone so easily that
it's not like they're
paper. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is so stupid, man. It was just so fucking bad. It was just like, wow.
Isaiah, you cool it off. I'm about to mute you.
There are no wrong answers here. It's like I'm not saying that what Glenn did is like wasn't smart and wasn't a good thing. What I'm saying is that had that been me, that would have gone a very, very different way. That's it. It's like I'm not saying that what he did was wrong and that he should have killed him. I'm just saying that what I would have done in that situation.
Now I'm not saying I wouldn't have touched the shit out of him, but
I'd have killed the motherfucking shit.
I would have killed him too.
Nobody in this show's history would have died as badly as he would have died. I would have carried him on the way back to Alexandria.
Oh hell no! I would not carry him
when we got there.
Right? No.
He would have been dying the entire way though.
No.
I'm talking like, okay, drag him a few steps. It's like, okay, now I'm gonna cut off that finger. Okay,
that's for killing.
Let's keep going.
I don't know.
He would have been alive enough to confess what he tried to do by the time we got back to Alexandria. He would be barely alive enough to do that, but he would be alive enough to do that. I would have killed the shit out of him.
Same here.
So huge props to Glenn for not doing that, for having that much restraint, because I know I don't have that restraint.
I'm sorry.
He would be very, 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 oh my God, are you kidding me dead?
Yeah, matter of fact, he killed 2 people and tried to kill Glenn twice. So, again, why is this mofo alive again?
Okay, Isaiah, he didn't physically kill Noah. His cowardness killed Noah. So stop using, oh, he killed him. No, he was just a chicken shit.
And
your theories are irrelevant. Just stop saying he killed Noah. Being a coward killed Noah.
But he shot Glenn like a coward.
His actions caused Noah's death.
That's not the same thing as murder, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You could be walking down the street and someone accidentally runs you over with a car. That's not murder. They're going to try him.
Yes, I think he deserves it. I hope he burns in hell.
That would be vehicular manslaughter.
Wouldn't that be classified as negligent homicide? Wouldn't that be
No, it's manslaughter. It's manslaughter.
That's not fucking
manslaughter.
murder. That's not murder. Manslaughter is not murder.
Well, I can't believe me, DeAno, and Matt are on the same page. I can't believe that shit.
Are we having this discussion right now? Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty much Matt, me, and DeAno just saying, like, yes, it's nuclear manslaughter. Wow, we're on the same page.
Vehicular manslaughter. Oh, okay. There's nothing there where I saw a car. I did not see a car at all.
I just want to point out, just to use a popular, a story that all of us know, it is Peter Parker's fault that Uncle Ben died, because it's his fault. Peter Parker killed Uncle Ben, according to you. Not true!
Oh, no.
Black Box's ass.
Well, if we're using that example, it's like, I mean, even according to Peter Parker, he's responsible for Uncle Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
He's taking the blame for it, but in reality, he wasn't.
That doesn't make it right.
If he didn't stop that robber, Uncle Ben would still be alive. But no, he didn't stop the robber. And that's what happened. Uncle Ben's dead. Thanks, Peter Parker.
But that's not murder. It's not fucking murder.
The butterfly effect, that's all it is. He did it. Oh, what's up?
All right. Would have been Uncle Ben's brother, because Uncle Ben's brother put sperm.
Moving on.
They created Peter Parker.
Don't be mad.
Todd, what did you think about the episode, Todd?
Like, if you're talking butterfly effect, we should blame the fucking cavemen because Uncle Ben died.
Exactly. Thank you.
They murdered Uncle Ben.
Exactly.
God, where's Morgan when you need him?
Hey,
please, for the love of the God, please hide him from the hangout. Oh.
Okay, Todd.
I want to know how many of you hated tonight's episode.
You know what we should talk about? Maybe Walking Dead.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck Walking Dead.
My mic not working.
We hear you. You're fine, Todd.
Can you guys tell me how many of you hated the episode, please?
I did.
I didn't hate it, but I think just like DeAno said, it wasn't good for a season finale.
Yeah, I loved the episode. I thought it was a great episode. I just didn't like it for a finale.
I don't know how that.
I thought this episode was.
It was the greatest television ever that existed.
Well, I don't know about all that.
I don't want to say that either. It's Breaking Bad, but
There's shat all over Breaking Bad.
Nah, don't.
That's just fucking blasphemy.
Now we're talking about murder now.
Yeah.
That statement caused Uncle Ben to die.
Exactly.
That statement killed Noah.
And that proves Batman has powers. So yes.
For me, the best part of this episode was.
Jesus Christ! You hear somebody trying to interject 100 times? Give a motherfucker a chance. Holy shit! This episode was fucking awesome because it was perfect, rather, for a finale because it continued to tell 15 different stories, like, masterfully, and keep you on the edge of the seat and jump back and forth and never stay away too long, and it delivered every single possible thing you can want from an ending, and then leaving us with the wolves. Unlike, what was the one that was terrible? Oh, last week's episode was horrible.
That was true. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I agree with Todd with how he assessed this season finale. I was at the edge of my seat the whole night, and I loved when Rick just shot that motherfucker in the head.
No one cared about Pete. I'm sorry. No one cared.
Bro, that's you, Isaiah. You don't care. Dude, you care about Scientology. So really, your opinion is irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Hey, DeAno, did you care about Pete? Hey, Matt, did you care about Pete? Did you?
Yes.
Stop lying.
I thought that was awesome.
You didn't care about Pete. Stop lying. You didn't care.
It's not like I'm going to have fucking drinks with the motherfucker. But
exactly.
There and then getting his ass shot in the fucking head because he was stupid and fucking murdered someone.
He was going to die regardless. He was going to die regardless.
Was great.
That
was necessary. That had to happen for that group, for that fucking city, Alexandria, to realize Rick is right.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked when he killed Spencer. I did not expect that at all.
It was sad. It was stupid.
My jaw kind of dropped there. But I just think it would have been funnier if Carol would have killed him.
No, it was laughing when he killed that the husband of whatever fucking face is.
That's what I just said. His name is Spencer.
I don't care. It was funny when he died. It was funny as hell.
I actually
wow.
just said that.
I don't care about him. He did it. He got sliced up like a
Isaiah, you were arguing the same point he's arguing. Why are you arguing against him?
Because it was funny, not shocking.
Isaiah just likes arguing. It's like he doesn't care.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
It's like, you're saying the same thing I'm saying. You're wrong and I'm right. Like, wait, what?
Exactly. You see? I understand that Isaiah logic. Thank you. That's Isaiah logic in a nutshell.
I just had a thought.
You're wrong. That's Isaiah logic in a nutshell.
But
I'm never wrong because I'm borrowing your logic, Holmes. So I'm
it's
never
difficult to
wrong.
argue with somebody that can do this.
I just had a thought.
Please share it.
Hopefully, well, this maybe kind of gets into speculation or whatnot, but does anybody have the thought that, okay, now that Spencer killed, or whatever, Spencer got killed, and what's her face is just like, okay, go ahead and kill Pete. Is there now going to be somebody else that's going to step up and be like, hey, this new group is not good for us, and she just let Pete get killed just because her husband got chopped up? And
I don't think so. No.
He's not gonna happen.
They haven't really showed anyone that's capable of that kind of leadership.
Exactly. They're all weak. They're all puss cakes.
But you guys are missing. I can't say anything because I've read, but there definitely will be somebody who acts as that voice.
I can't say either.
Interesting.
And this person has definitely showed themselves as a powerful person. That's all I'll say.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, I got another.
If it's anyone we've been introduced to before, I'm going. Well, that only leaves 3 possibilities. One is Morgan.
Basically.
2 is Preacher Man, but I'm hoping he dies soon. And 3 is that guy who was talking when Rick showed up with the Walkers.
Oh, I don't care about him. He's some gate guy.
You don't care about him now, but it's very possible he's going to be a major character later.
He was a guy. Oh, he's the guy at the gate. Like, hey, make sure you close the gate.
No, not the guy at the gate. The guy who was talking and said these people need to leave when Rick showed up with the dead bodies. That was not the guy at the gate.
He's talking about the guy that almost got the one girl killed last week, where Abraham saved the day.
Oh, you mean
that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, that guy has no credibility.
No, he ain't gonna do shit. He gonna sit his ass down. Like, no, you sit the fuck down.
But remember when Aaron was talking about the 4 people he exiled? Do you think 2 of those characters we saw this week?
There's a probability, yeah. There's a big probability.
Yeah, it seems to me that they keep alluding to the people that they kicked out or whatever are at least somewhat kind of related to the wolves, or became the wolves or whatever.
Yeah, for all we know, that's exactly.
I don't think so. I'm going to have to disagree only because of the fact that they've foreshadowed with the wolves finding pictures of Alexandria. If they knew about Alexandria already, that scene would have been redundant. But they found pictures of Alexandria.
Finding them, or were they
finding them, or were
they reminiscent?
Yeah, were they reminiscent? I thought they already had them, and they were just like, hey.
The scene where Daryl used the whip like he was Ghost Rider, the chain like he was Ghost Rider,
Kratos too.
Bag, and never picked up his bag again. So after they cleared the trailer park thing there, he picked up that bag. I was thinking the same thing when I first watched it. I'm like, how the fuck did they get Aaron's bag? But after rewatching it again right before we started, I noticed that he dropped his bag and never picked it up.
Yeah,
and that's when they started looking at all the pictures and all that shit.
Well, the wolves.
So if they had been exiled, they would have already known about Alexandria. That would have been redundant.
Also,
but what if they were exiled before everything went up in Alexandria?
Well, it's not like Alexandria just magically changed locations.
Right, it's hard too.
That stuff going up is like, it didn't make the thing disappear.
But
so if they were exiled from Alexandria, they'd still know where it was.
Oh, so there has to be two. It has to be more than just 2 people, because these 2 guys got their ass kicked by one of our favorite characters by a stick. Seriously, he was like Donatello. Like,
More, yeah, only slightly more alive than
you want to hear something funny? He was actually trained by the original Donatello from the live-action movie.
Really?
Yeah, wow. He mentioned it last night in the Talking Dead show.
Uh-huh.
He goes, he learned all that in a month when he was under lock and key, where he was hiding when he couldn't be seen in Atlanta.
Yeah, they were sequestering him to hotels that they're not known for sequestering people to.
Yeah, but it was still badass.
I got it when I heard that because last night I was planning on my tagline being a Zool joke. There is no Morgan, only Donatello. And then I heard it was actually Donatello.
That was pretty much it too. Like it was so badass. That was like he beat their ass with a stick. It's like watching Michonne with the sword again, but it was a stick and it was Morgan, and it was just a great episode.
I was actually reminded of that when I saw him fighting. I'm all like, he's kind of got this very Zen kind of thing going with that stick that Michonne has oftentimes.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't always have it, but
it's like he didn't want to have to fuck them up. He wanted them just to leave, but it's like.
And that was a beautiful scene. DeAno, you remember?
It was the perfect intro.
You remember that conversation? I'm all like, they don't realize he's threatening them, huh? Like, so can I have just a little bit of it? Like he was saying exactly like where the line was, and there was no line, and no one or at least he didn't realize that this man who has not fucking moved an inch, and obviously is not scared of him, is threatening him straight to his face, and dude just didn't realize it. It was fucking awesome.
Right. It's like, yeah, it's like, you guys are fuck with me? Please, I am Morgan, bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah, Morgan wasn't even slightly concerned about the fact that they had a gun on him. Like
those two idiots showed that
not
their
even a little
education level was no more than a third grader.
Exactly. No, less than a third grader. It was like a 2 grader. No. Take that back. It's so low that even a kindergarten knows more sense than them. Like, they were so stupid. It's like, really? This was the next big bad. Like, no. I need to see some more people within the Wolves, because these guys, it was puss cakes. Seriously.
Remember what we talked about the other day? Those two idiots, one of them is going to be the one that Rick kills that's going to lead to the events of other people showing up next season.
But that's too damn long.
They're just planting it. They planted it. Now, when we get Season 6 back in October, they better keep the momentum going where within the first 2 episodes, one of them dumb fucks dies.
That's too far, though. I mean, that's literally just too far.
Dude, it's October. October will be here before you know it.
Kinda.
The titled "Fear the Walking Dead" will have, it'll just fly by.
Oh God! You didn't have to bring that up. You just had to bring that up. Fear the Walking Dead.
Trailer rock. That's all I'm gonna say.
What trailer?
I have one trailer.
That 10-second tease of
nothing.
Yeah.
That was not 10 seconds. It was 16 seconds.
No, it was
oh my God! This show's gonna have buildings in it. Mind blown.
Right.
The best part was this is about the most non-trailer trailer I've ever seen for anything in my life.
Also, here's the funny thing though.
Let me counter DeAno there. You just said it perfect, actually. Oh my God, there's buildings. You said it as a joke, but that's what was so awesome about the teaser. Oh my God, there's going to be buildings. There's going to be civilization and society, and we're going to watch it break down. And this is confirmed.
Yeah, that's what's making Fear the Walking Dead interesting to watch, because we're going back to a timeline while the people are still leading into this zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, you know what would be cool? If they actually showed some of that.
I know, right?
Yeah, they don't show any of that in the commercials.
They actually showed me what the show is about. Nothing. That would have been great. I know what the show is about because I'm aware of that. That teaser is like, if I wouldn't have already known what the show was about, there was nothing contained in that teaser that would make me excited about watching the show.
And also, very quickly,
there's probably a person who doesn't know what it's about. Like, probably a lot of people, they're not all like, clamoring, they're not on the teat of the internet, and they probably saw that and they're like, What? What? Outbreak?
Yeah.
I got
a lot of people, that's probably even the first time they were aware that there was going to be a Fear the Walking Dead show.
Right.
That's like their introduction to it. And it's just this 16-second teaser of nothing.
I've got two thoughts about that. The first thing is, I mean, they don't really need a trailer teaser. You know, they can put on there, you know, Cookie Lions presents Fear the Walking Dead, and that's it. And everyone can see it. Okay.
No, I can't agree with that because if I did not know the show existed and someone put that up there, I'd be like, oh, this must be a video game. When are they going to release this?
Well, there is a video game.
Or this must be. I would not associate it with a different TV show. I would think that it is something they're doing with because the name is so fucking stupid.
It is. It's very stupid.
The other thought that I had is, you know, of course I'm gonna watch it, but I actually wish that they would take the whole new Marvel approach and just say we don't need no more origin stories. That's okay. We've seen a gazillion movies, a gazillion shows, whatever, that show that there's a virus and now everybody's sick. Whatever. We don't need that anymore. Show another.
We don't know what created this here on this universe. So.
Honestly, I don't care. It's got that prequel feel to it, to where it's like all these things that you have built up in your mind or whatever about how things happen. Now nothing can live up to what you've already kind of built up in your head. And now they're going to show all this, and it's going to be midichlorians and that sort of thing. And
no, they're not.
I don't need that.
They're not.
Move on, another group.
I kind of agree with Reggie. Is if they take away the mystery, there's no more mystery.
What mystery?
Of how this ended up starting.
It's not going to give the reason why. It's just going to show the people during that time, so it's going to have
They've already told us why.
Tension.
That's the one thing in the teaser they told us. They already told us why. That's the only content in the teaser. Is make sure you took your flu shots.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking thing it said in the teaser that was anything, was to give away how the virus became the virus.
What?
I think that was more like just the government posting. Like, I just think that was more like ignorance as it happened and maybe showing it just like it happens right away. I don't think we're gonna. Kirkman was adamant about never getting into that territory.
Yeah, but you know they will. They don't have any balls. They'll cave in at some point. Maybe
I'll eat my words if they do. I'll tell you. I promise. I will be like so. I'll stop watching that show.
Maybe it won't be the first season or whatever, but that's a carrot that they can't stay away from. That's the cookies in the cookie jar that they'll want to get at some point.
And that teaser trailer was pretty much, if we're all seeing like 28 days later, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, and all that type of scenarios, it was like, wait a minute, am I watching one of those type of movies? Because that teaser trailer, like, wait a minute, am I watching Dawn of the Dead? Am I watching 28 days later? Because it wasn't feeling like it was a prequel of The Walking Dead. It was like it was copying or pretty much just using those type of other materials to pretty much make its own brand. And also that leads on to something else. So if this is going to be a prequel, it's going to relate to the show. So will this prequel have any? I know Kirkman said it won't have no effect, but down the line it's going to have a big effect with some they're going to explain how the walkers became the walkers, but in the comic books they're not going to explain it. So this person who's going to be like reading the comic books or watching the show, like, wait a minute. So does it explain the walkers in the comic books or just the show? Because there's going to be a lot of miscommunications in that one. And so I hope they do make a statement like say this is going to be extremely exclusive to the show and nothing more. That'd be great, but I don't see that happening. And lastly, knowing facts don't happen in L.A., why not be in L.A. again? I mean, really, it's happened in Dawn of the Dead. L.A., we gotta know it's L.A. Why gotta be in L.A.?
Okay, where would you want them to shoot, Isaiah?
Anywhere but L.A.
What location would you have liked? Chicago?
No, that's too easy.
Would you have liked New Jersey?
No, that's way
New York.
So basically, you're going to bitch about every single location that they could possibly have shot.
No, put it in Vegas.
How about they shoot the show on the fucking moon?
Put it in Vegas. Put it in Vegas.
How about huh?
No, put it in Vegas. Vegas. Dead Rising 2, Vegas. Boom, right there.
So we're gonna have a bunch of zombies playing blackjack at the table.
Exactly. That's how Dead Rising 2 was. Zombies in the Vegas. Bada bing, bada boom. Crazy weapons. Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, then, damn, dude, if that's the case, then why don't you just say Resident Evil 2?
No.
All that shit took place in the desert.
No, you got that wrong. No, it was Resident Evil 5, not 2. 2 was in the city.
Resident Evil 2, bro.
No one remembers that fucking movie. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Isaiah. So you quoted one movie happening in L.A., and that's why we shouldn't film it in L.A. But he brings up one movie film there, and you're like, oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't count.
That's different. That's different.
That's different. I'm sure that's different. And how is that different?
Okay, let me explain fully. Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
No,
You're not understanding. You're not understanding. Okay.
We should have filmed this spin-off in London and had a British take on it just for you.
Starring all American actors.
See, Isaiah's still talking. He doesn't realize that I muted him through volume control instead of the regular mute. That way he can't turn it off.
No, Matt, only you can hear him now.
Oh, good Lord. Y'all are too much.
I had to put him back.
But the end, like this whole teaser thing, this is gonna be a real.
He was there the whole time, Matt. Only you couldn't hear him.
But the end is one teaser on the comic that I have that when they was doing that whole shot around the city, it was like 20 days later when London was like completely cleared out. It was all like a ghost town. So will we get the same thing in LA, like a ghost town, or we're gonna get fast zombies? Which is gonna happen first? Fast zombies or very slow zombies?
Well, what makes it's exciting to be in LA is that it's a hell of a lot bigger than Atlanta. So trying to get out of LA is going to be an mission in itself.
Well, it's going to be a pain in the ass, too, because it's traffic. But it's true. You'll see all those cars exerted, like, oh, come on. Who's that dick who left their car on the road? Really?
Oh, God.
Hey, this is going to be World War II.
I was going to say, if anyone knows about driving in LA, you have to have the Waze app on your phone, and it'll direct you around all those cars.
Yeah, but come on, when the salary's down, the walker's like, okay, so how do we get around these cars? They're going on the traffic. Ah, God damn it. More of these cars are blocking. I wish I had a bonus. Like, seriously,
And DeAno will tell you, if you are in LA, you need to stop by Bob's Big Boy.
Okay.
Bob's Big Boy has the best zombie sandwiches.
Actually, I'd rather go to Roscoe's.
I'm ready to go to a mall.
I went to Roscoe's. I don't recommend it.
I'm going to go to the mall.
I want some chicken and waffles.
Ew. No.
All right, so who here thinks that within the first few episodes of next season, Rick is going to be getting some?
Yeah, that's pretty much obvious.
I think the beginning of season. I think the beginning of the next season is actually going to start with Rick actually getting out of bed after he just slept with Jesse.
I don't think it's Jesse.
Dude, they're gonna do everything off season. When we come back, they're gonna have been moved in together. She's gonna become Judith's new mother. Carl's gonna have a new brother. and the filth of Pete would have been washed away in the rainstorm.
Hey, I don't know, because that whole heart moment between him and Michelle was kind of cool.
Oh, please!
They're gonna have a Full House cold open.
There's nothing going on between Rick and Michelle.
Dude, Michonne is gonna hook up with Abraham and Rosita.
Hey, now that would be
threesome.
That would be awesome. I'm not sure a lot.
She might hook up with Morgan. That's pretty much it.
Okay, that did happen though.
God damn it.
That did happen in the comics. So yeah.
No, that would actually be kind of cool, and not just for the obvious reasons.
Yo,
they're both,
you would have.
They need. Hold on. They need to make
Leonardo type character and a Donatello type character.
Exactly.
This may get into.
But the reason why is because they have to make the next black character to join the group.
Well, they got the pastor. He's still alive. He literally is still fucking alive. Yay for him. Yay.
All right, there's another question for the panel. Why is that motherfucker still alive?
I don't know.
Because he took it down at the last minute of getting himself killed.
He almost killed Sasha too, who I didn't give a fuck for. Like, who cares about Sasha? Can she die too? But no one died. We forgive and forget. We're gonna make a little prayer, and that's what it was.
Like we discussed.
I'll be honest. I would not have killed him, but I would have
the group.
the living crap out of him. I would have beat him within an inch of his fucking life, and I'd walk away with a fucking smile on my face after doing it. What he said,
no doubt. I completely agree.
What he said had absolutely
hurt him.
Oh yeah, I mean seriously, what he said. There is no excuse for what he said, especially him being who he was. I mean, it was almost, and I mean this seriously. It was almost as if he were the Christian character who decided to go to the other side, who decided that he no longer follows God, but follows the adversary, as it were. Like, that is how venomous and spiteful what he said was.
That's not to be true, but he left the door open, too, to Alexandra. Like, dude, why didn't you close the fucking door? Seriously, the door was open, and the walkers came in. Like, you should kill him for that, too. Let's kill him for that.
After all that running his mouth about how Rick, they're bad people, it was actually his actions that could have led to everybody in there being killed.
Now, here's the comedy of that. Here's the irony, is this is the motherfucker that wouldn't fucking unlock a door, and now he won't fucking lock a door.
He's a sorry black guy, like, really?
Yeah.
Baby steps.
It's like they got rid of all the cool black people except Morgan, and they left.
No, we figured it
out. They was gonna kill all the niggas anyways. Like, I mean,
that's why Noah had to die. That's why Noah had to die, to make room for Morgan.
I would have rather had stuck with Noah. You know what I'm saying? Father Gabriel could have been killed, and we could have Noah and fucking Morgan.
Boom.
I'm happy with this plan.
Right. Maybe a tag team duo.
And here's my thought on Morgan: is Morgan has been teased for us since the first fucking episode. If the Morgan storyline is not fucking amazing, I'm going to be pissed. If like 6 or 8 episodes from now, he ends up dying without without having his story told, I am going to be so upset. That might make me stop watching this fucking show. I mean, because there has been so much of a build-up of this character. This character better be fucking awesome. He has been awesome, at least in this past episode. He has been awesome in the past. He better stay that way.
That's why That's exactly why they need to kill him. Very first episode, season 6. First 5 minutes.
Be quiet, Reggie. Be quiet, Reggie.
Hey, he did announce yesterday that he was only allowed to say he was coming back for 1 episode.
Shut up, Lou. Shut up, Lou. Don't jinx.
They can change. They can. Actually, it would be even more awesome if they showed him being killed. They changed the opening graphics and showed him being killed interspersed in the opening graphics there.
Be quiet, Reggie, because that will happen. The writers will actually do that. They'll actually kill another black guy like that.
They'll show Rick's gun. They'll show Rick's gun. They'll show Daryl's vest, and then they'll show Morgan getting stabbed.
They could pull a Joss Whedon and put him in the opening credits as like a main character, and then kill his ass in the first episode anyway.
That could happen too. That could really happen.
Joss Whedon did that in the very first episode of Buffy, and it pissed so many people off.
Yeah, and then he did it again when Tara died.
Yeah, exactly.
So the opening credits is the episode that she died in.
I can't be Joss Whedon.
That's just kind of fucked up.
His middle finger were lasers. He's like, pew, 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 pew.
However, the person that kills off all the cool characters, we already know who he is.
Okay, does anybody here felt that this episode really needed to be an hour and 5 minutes?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I would have been okay with longer. Honestly, it was that good in my opinion.
It would have been okay with it being 2 episodes. and I'm fine with that.
If you look at it,
I thought that it being an hour and a half long was just perfect. I thought it was great. I thought it was the perfect length. I had no problems with the length at all.
Well, it went by so fast.
For some reason, it felt like 4 hours.
It didn't feel like 4 hours. It felt like it was just 1 hour because it was commercial.
David's saying that because of the fact that we ended up watching that hour and 5-minute episode over 4 hours because myself and DeAno wouldn't shut the fuck up. That's what happens when we get drunk.
This is very true. But I don't know because that's a good question, but I don't know.
Think about it.
Because to me,
your average length is about 42 to 43 minutes long regular when you have a 60-minute program. So they extended it an hour and a half, so we got an extra 20 minutes of time, give or take.
Minus commercials.
That's the point, Isaiah.
I know. Can I just put more emphasis on it? Thank you very much.
No, we don't need more emphasis.
Well, too bad.
Look at it. They did it. Did it really need it? Because you could have maybe did away with some of that bullshit talking between Carol, Rick, Michonne, and Rick. It didn't have to be as long as it was. If you're going to give me an hour and a half, I needed one more person to die, goddammit.
Well, I look at it like this. Nothing, okay, everybody's going to jump on my back for saying this, but nothing was a big game changer. To me, it wasn't. I mean, yes, you got some 2 people who died. That's cool and all, but if you look at the broad perspective, like look at the prison. Look at the prison and look at this. The prison, shit things happen. A lot of things happen. Even when the farm got burned down, a lot of shit happened. Here, it was lukewarm. Nothing truly happened. Nothing was
the
like that.
The big thing that happened was Rick shot that motherfucker without hesitation.
Whoa.
That whole scene opened up the eyes to that community they've had problems in it.
The big thing that happened is that every motherfucker in Alexandria right now, except possibly one, is now part of Rick's fucking family. Because they all realize that fucking, you know what, Rick fucking knows what he's talking about. And he's going to take care of us. That's the big thing that happened, is that his family got 3 times fucking larger.
But that's the point. That's the problem, though, because we know Rick was right all along. We all knew it. But is this like doing an overstatement, like just doing like, oh yes, like overkill of it? Like, yes, we know Rick was right. We don't need to show us that over and over again.
Isaiah, we knew that Rick was right all along. The people in Alexandria did not. Not until that final moment.
They were stupid. No one gave a fuck about them.
Of course they were stupid. They were locked up inside the walls of Alexandria since the whole thing went down.
Exactly. So what is the fucking big deal? Like, yes, okay, Rick is right. Who gave a fuck?
The big deal was that you take those walls away from them, they're dead within the first 3 minutes.
That's like
I would give them a week. I'd give them a week.
I won't give them a week. If you think about, they had 3 walkers in the premises. If Rick and his crew weren't there, those 3, well, they probably would have never had that situation happen. But no one there knows how to defend themselves. They would not know the first rule of where do we kill these things. They would have been shooting them all in the stomach or everywhere else but the head. And then they would have still been coming at them. I mean, dude, we had one walker making out with a goddamn window.
Yeah, well, also, what's up with all these walkers? Like, yes, the thing was unlocked, but shouldn't it eat some people down the line because it was so damn dark? Like, damn, dude, it was so damn dark.
Everybody was at
during that whole thing where the 3 walkers showed up, I was actually expecting one of those walkers to have killed Pete. I was expecting Pete to get ripped apart by walkers. I didn't actually expect to see Pete walk up at the meeting with the sword. I didn't expect to see him there. But
that's a good thing we didn't. Wow, I did not notice that too. Like, since they were in the dark,
that would have been a good story. That would have been awesome.
How the hell did he avoid all those walkers?
Yeah, no, for a second there, the walker that fell on top of Rick and pushed him to the ground, and Rick basically shoved the gun up through the bottom of the neck into the head. I was actually kind of like going like, wait a minute, is that Pete? Is that Pete? I mean, because I now of course quickly I found out it wasn't him, but I still thought that Pete would have been killed by the walkers, but then he showed up with the sword. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how he dies. I'm good with that.
But again,
the one thing I've noticed, these fuckers do not care about HIV whatsoever.
Why would they? They're gonna die anyways.
Dude, Rick got a mouthful of zombie blood. That shit was gross.
Yes,
He did close up his eyes and his mouth, but I'm sure he still got some of that in him. Yeah.
Really
and that happens.
He had all those wounds on his face.
I've had this argument before about someone got cut with the knife that was used on a zombie earlier. They're already infected. So
yeah, what's the point? No one cares. Mm-hmm. No one give a fuck. Who cares? And also when Rick shot the gun, I know he muzzled the gun because he was inside the walker's skull and everything, but the gun is still loud, right? You can't really muzzle it.
I thought that too. I was like, well, goddamn, how far was he from them? They didn't hear that shot go off.
I know. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed that. It's like, I mean, how do you not hear that?
Right. And again, you have some weak ass security. Like you have no trash.
Wait, he was using the zombies under whatever skull as a silencer.
So. Yeah, but that's silencers don't really make the gun quiet though. It's still loud.
The silencers actually do make the gun relatively quiet. If you're not prepared for it, and if you're a good distance away, you probably won't hear it at all.
Dude, you know who gave the best speech last night was Abraham.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes.
I love
him. Yeah, it was kind of funny though. It
was intended to be funny. You guys are shit. You guys would have been out there. You would have been in a shit storm.
True.
And then you'd be dead like shit.
But Rick, he saw some shit. A lot of shit.
He knows every grain of that shit.
I liked about that speech. I liked what Abraham was doing. He was actually trying to defend Rick, even though he hasn't been with Rick's group for very long.
Oh no! The best part was
about a week.
No, the best part was when Carol was using that fake smile, like, "Oh, let's all work it out. Let's all talk it out." So fucking.
I am going to laugh my ass off as soon as everybody finds out what Carol is really like. When they find out that it's not Carol, she's the Terminator.
No, she's.
I think we're all looking forward to that. I think we all want to see that because that is going to be fucking hilarious.
The only one who was the Terminator last night was Triple H when he made his WrestleMania entrance.
And then, Carol.
All right, if we're going into wrestling territory, I'm out.
No, we are not going into WrestleMania territory. We are not.
Okay, Charles, we'll talk about My Little Pony. Come back.
But again, Carol.
Just you waited. Ronda Rousey yesterday was wearing a shirt. It's over 9,000.
I know.
Again, you're talking about The Walking Dead tonight.
Again, but go back to Carol because I loved her character next to Morgan because they were pretty much stole the show. And when Carol was talking so much mad shit to Pete, like, "Come at me, man. What you gonna do? Come at me. I can kill you right now." It's like, "Oh, so I want my dish back too." That was just so gangster.
Wait. Carol's gonna be a little pissed that Pete didn't get a chance to clean her dish.
Exactly. My dish, bitch.
She's gonna dig him up and shoot him again.
Exactly.
When I first watched it yesterday, I thought he was saying, "Not in my house, not in my." But then after I watched it again tonight, he was fucking bitching that he wasn't in his house.
Yeah, like a little bitch. Oh man, stop crying. You're an abuser. You abuse your children, you abuse your wife. So you deserve all that nonsense. I wish Carol would have killed you. That would have been so great. She would have just cut you and be done with it. They made Cato on the same day. I'm sorry, but she was funny as hell this episode. She was like, "Why am I laughing so hard at this woman?"
Dude, she is like.
How do you think it's gonna happen? Do you think someone's going to rebel against the whole new dictatorship thing that's going on here, and they're going to be like, you know what, we're gonna kidnap their weakest fucking member, and then Carol's going to be like, yeah, you think that's me, and just rips a new fucking asshole, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Their weakest member is Eugene.
Speculation. I got a thought about.
Well, no, not Eugene. Eugene's actually cool. It's the pastor. Pastor is weak.
Well, the pastor and Eugene are technically the weakest in the group.
Well, Sasha, because she's where the fuck.
Sasha's not weak.
But she's fucking dumb. She be wasting bullets and then sleeping with walkers. Like, really?
Sasha right now is going through what they call post-traumatic stress.
But she can tell people to get the fuck over it. But she can't get over it either. Really?
This is the same conversation. First off, she's not wasting. Well, she's wasting ammo, but they can afford to fucking waste ammo. If they couldn't afford to waste ammo, they wouldn't have given her the fucking ammo.
Do they have a blacksmith around? Do they have a blacksmith? If they do, cool.
Dude, you heard Aaron.
You don't need a fucking blacksmith to make bullets, you fucking dumbass.
How do you make bullets then? They don't grow on trees.
It's called smelting. You literally just melt a tiny bit of fucking metal into it. I can do it.
Exactly, blacksmith. Where's the blacksmith at?
Oh my god!
Ow! You are giving me a goddamn aneurysm.
Oh, that's so great. I just make them all just stop talking at me. All right,
Wow.
It always works.
Yeah, you bored Knuckles so much he went and reactivated his WWE subscription.
That's the point, though.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Well, it is only $9.99.
Would you say it's over 9,000? What? You're a madman.
So let's all talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That was a.
Well, let's not say we did.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Dude, I want to know how Undertaker beat Bray Wyatt.
Okay, Undertaker sucks. He sucks.
Excuse me, I thought we were talking Walking Dead here.
All right, so where were we? So when Rick came up and Rick just fucking what I really liked was that Rick actually said everything he had said before and just literally doubled down on his shit. Like, that's what he did. Is he didn't apologize. He didn't say sorry. He didn't say, well, this is what I really meant. No, he just said, you know what I said? Fuck you, I should have said it before.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
that kind of goes back
that's some
to
fucking huge brass balls right there.
well, that
But
goes
he's
back,
still right,
that goes
though.
back to like what Carl was talking about, and it was like, yeah, you said all this, but they're not getting it. You got to say it in a way to make them get it. So hence rehashing the speech and then dropping a zombie on the party. That's like
Is there my way or the highway, which is Walker's over there. So make your choice, live or die. I don't care. Okay, roll with me, cool.
so it was like perfect.
And
it was perfect timing for this Walker to get in there so that he could make his point. Like, look, you guys don't know what's going on. This is what is real, and drop the mic.
Drop that logic, like boom, drop logic here, bitches, done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like that happened exactly when it needed to.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and kick it into wild speculation time.
Okay, I got it. I got one. I meant to say this earlier. Morgan, he's totally gonna cock block everybody. So Rick's not getting none, Michonne's not getting none, nobody's getting none while Morgan's around. I'm still holding on to my my Civil War theory, but now it's mutated into it's going to be Morgan against maybe probably still Rick, but or maybe it'll probably start out with Rick, but then it'll kind of move on to Carol Ann. And it's going to be Morgan against the group. Starting with Rick and then moving over to Carol. And Carol's going to be the big bad.
Interesting.
Okay, I got a speculation, and I got to say it right now before I completely forget it, because I almost forgot it there for a second.
You just forgot it just now, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Say it already.
No, my speculation it goes towards what the wolves are. I mean, I had after watching the episode last night, I tried to do a search to try to figure out what's going on with the wolves, and I read a bunch of theories. Some people were saying that it could be the TV show equivalent of the DC Scavengers. Some people are saying it could be the equivalent of the Saviors. One person even said that it could be the relatively new group in the comic books known as the Whisperers.
Oh God, no.
My speculation is that I mean, sure, what's going on with the W and everything, and how their whole setup, and what they did to the guy with the red poncho at the end of the episode. I'm beginning to think that the wolves are entirely original to the show. They are not based off of any character in the comic books, and I think that anything that we will see with the wolves might be maybe like 1% similar to certain things that happen with certain groups in the comic books, but for the other 99%, completely original to the show.
Yeah, I like that thought because I haven't read the comics, or I read a tiny bit of them, but I would think that there's so much ground that they need to cover which they pretty much established already. They're not really sticking to it as the show Bible, so to speak, but they can cover a lot of ground if they kind of combine ideas and stuff from different groups and stuff and kind of make their own little thing that serves whatever they're trying to get to in the show. So I like that thought.
Okay. Anyone else?
I can pretty much
Anyone else not named Isaiah?
Well, too bad.
Yes.
Too bad. I got to jump
No, I'm just fucking with you, Isaiah, man. Go ahead.
But I see the Wolves not becoming a big issue until Rick actually hears a word of it. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, we did these two assholes with W's on with their foreheads. Like, W's on their foreheads. Interesting. Because we don't see two people of the Wolves. We had to see more because right now they're pretty much less of a threat. They're smart. They are smart people. But when it comes to combat, they're nobody. They're shit. When they face someone who's actually tougher than them, like Morgan and or Rick, they're going to lose regardless, just like the Hunters did. So the writers got to become very much creative with their own villains, like more creative than the comic books was, because no one cared for the Hunters, no one cared for those cops in the hospital, because these villains are kind of like a one-trick pony. These Wolves have to pretty much stretch all the way up to we get Negan. So that storyline has to stretch. I hope it does, but anything can happen.
Okay. Right on. Matt, you had something?
Yes. I think that with all of this build-up, this is more of a hope than anything, is with all of this build-up, I'm hoping that Morgan ends up becoming, instead of cock-blocking everybody, instead of being something like that he ends up being, and I don't mean as in the group, not related to the group, but he ends up somehow being a savior to these people. That somehow he's all like, okay, when we do this, that's going to make our lives better. That's going to protect us. I'm hoping that maybe he doesn't become the leader, but maybe the spiritual leader, and helps defend. I'm hoping that he becomes a much bigger part of this community.
I think he's going to end up leading Alexandria, and the rift or whatever between them is going to end up forcing the group out of Alexandria, and Morgan will be the new guy there, and or maybe even not even if it doesn't go to like a oh well these guys are bad or anything, it'll probably just get to a point where it's like, okay, well we realize Morgan can take the charge, and Rick and the group, they decided they want to, because it seems that they've already kind of hit it, that they don't want to get to this point where they're just kind of settled or whatever, even though Michonne and Glenn or whatever, and they're kind of like, oh well, we gotta stop running, and we gotta stop traveling around, we gotta find a place to kind of put our anchor or plant our roots or whatever. I think ultimately the group doesn't really want that, and I think it'll probably get to a point where it'll start feeling like it's going to be that way in Alexandria, and they're going to get stir crazy or whatever, and they're just going to be like, you know what, we don't really want this super awesome peaceful place or whatever, let's go off and do whatever we're going to do. And then Morgan's like, now he's Mr. Cool Guy now, so he'll stay behind and take over there.
Okay. That's a possibility. Anyone else? Did we cover everything?
Marie's gonna die. Still holding out hope.
Yeah, fingers crossed. All right, so it's like, if that's it, it's like we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode of Geeks Around. And that's it for Walking Dead discussions for this season. It's like, 16 episodes. We are finished. We're finished. We're finally finished. And we have a few weeks of a break until Game of Thrones starts in late April. And of course, Geeks Around will be there with you every step of the way for it. at youtube.com/geeksaround. If you have anything for us, you can always shoot us an email, geeksaround@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 801-609-GOTR. Again, that is 801-609-4687. Until next time, guys, my name is DeAno Jackson. This has been the Geeks Around discussion for The Walking Dead, and we will see you in a few weeks when Game of Thrones begins again.